Today's guest is the horseshoe crab. It's a very interesting little animal that hangs out in the Indian River Lagoon. We often see it up on beaches and sometimes where we launch our kayaks. People typically see horseshoe crabs up on shore during the spawning months, which is late spring, early summer. They live very long lives, sometimes up to 20 years. There are 4 species around the world and only 1 lives in North America, which mainly live anywhere between the Atlantic coast of Maine to the Yucatan Peninsula. Horseshoe crabs are not actually crabs. They're more closely related to an ancient group of arthropods or arachnids such as spiders and scorpions. The name horseshoe crab actually comes from the rounded shape of its shell that resembles a horse's hoof. This part of the body is called the prosoma. It's the largest part of their body and contains most of their major organs. Underneath all that, they have 10 legs that help them walk along the seafloor and crush up their food to eat. Horseshoe crabs also have 9 eyes around their bodies as well as a few other light receptors around the tail. The 2 largest eyes on top of their shells are useful for finding mates, and the light receptors along with the rest of their eyes are used more for movement and changes in moonlight. The next part of the body is the opistosoma, the spiny middle part. The spines are movable and help protect the horseshoe crab. That's where most of the muscles responsible for movement are, as well as the gills for breathing. The third part of the tail is also known as the telson. Even though it looks scary, the tail isn't poisonous and it doesn't sting. Horseshoe crabs only ever use them to flip themselves over if they get stuck on their backs. Female horseshoe crabs are actually about 1/3 larger than the males. They can grow to be 18 or 19 inches from head to tail, while the males are approximately 14 or 15 inches long. Horseshoe crabs are considered living fossils. They've been around for about 500 million years and they haven't changed much since then. Some people think horseshoe crabs are quite scary with their menacing look and their spider-like legs, their long tail that looks like it could sting them, but they're actually quite harmless. They feed mostly on clams and other mollusks, little fish, and sometimes algae. If you'd like to see these creatures firsthand, feel free to book a tour with us. Call the office at 407-519-8711 or check us out online at bkadventure.com. Also, if you like this content, feel free to like and subscribe, and please do comment. We'd love to hear from you.